All right, I'm gonna show you how to make a quick and easy hot dog chili that is so much tastier and almost as easy as opening a can. All right, here's the ingredients you're gonna need. You're gonna need a pound of ground beef. This is like a 90-10 ground beef you get from a local farmer. We're also gonna need a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin, a tablespoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, because I like mine a little spicy, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of dried onion. We're also going to need a can of tomato sauce. This is a 15-ounce version. You can also use crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes. Whatever you have will work just fine. The first thing we're going to do is brown the ground beef. I like to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan, just because this meat is so lean. You don't have to do that. All right, once that beef starts to brown a little bit, I like to sprinkle the dried onions all over the beef, and we let those hydrate in the beef juices. I like to use that instead of regular onions and cut onions, just because it's quicker, and I think they have a more oniony flavor. All right, we're getting close on the meat, and you can see those onions are in there now, and you can even tell they're there. I'm using this fancy, I don't know what this is. This is a Pampered Chef chopper stirrer thing that when I married my wife, it came with her. So I love it. Every time I brown beef, I think of my wife. So we're going to get this meat to the consistency we like. I like it about like you see it here. But if you like it chunkier or finer, just make it whatever consistency you prefer. All right, the meat's brown, so now we're going to take our spices and add those to the beef. I also had a half a teaspoon of black pepper there. I don't think I mentioned earlier. But we'll just put all that in there, and then we will mix that up and let that cook for just a minute. Get it good and mixed. That way it's touching all the meat before we put the sauce in. That smells amazing. Without all the film cuts, this probably only takes about 15 or 20 minutes to make this. And it's so much better than canned chili for hot dogs, or anything really. All right. Now that's there. We're going to add the tomato sauce. And I might just add just a tad bit of water in the bottom. Maybe a quarter cup. And we'll mix that up and let it start simmering. There we go. So let's let that simmer for a while. While that chili's simmering, if you don't mind, go and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Hit the like button. And if you got any comments or have a different chili recipe you use, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So this is simmered for a while. This is the consistency a lot of people like for a hot dog chili. And you know, you could stop right here. I don't like a real runny chili. I like it to be nice and thick. I don't like it to get my bun all wet. So I'm going to keep going on mine, but at any point here, when you get it to the thickness you desire, that's when you pull it off the heat, let it sit. And for me, I like to kind of make my chili a couple hours ahead of time and let it sit in the fridge and then reheat it. I think it always tastes better that way. But you do you. Whatever you like, do it. I'll put this recipe in the comments, and I'll put all the ingredients in there, and be on the lookout for a honey hot dog recipe coming up in video. I've been hearing about these. I'm doing a little research, and I think here soon I'm going to do a honey hot dog video. So be on the lookout. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate y'all.